Hello, and glad to have you here today. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I made it here for us to talk about something that is very near and dear to some of the things that I've been around and that I've been going through. So I wondered what it was that you thought. So the question is, and I have notes down here, is self awareness something that's important to you? And if it is, as you're hopping on, tell me where you're coming in from and tell me what you think about that. If is being self-aware and knowing, that our days can get kind of trumped up and that kind of thing, but there are certain things that you can do to help yourself, have a self-care plan for in the morning, as one of the things that's always important. And but I'd like to know what you think, because I can remember being self-aware, but I must have uh slipped, and some things happened, and it just made it a lot more difficult. Or let me put it this way, it made it a very challenging situation. But that's okay, because we're going to deal with challenges. It may be daily, it may be weekly, it may be, here and there, whatever, but that's a part of it. So while you're hopping on and letting me know what you think about self awareness in your business and self awareness in your life in general, just give me a little drop in the box of what you're thinking. And like I said, your name and where you're coming in from. So, for me, let me introduce myself before I get going too far. My name, for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs that are that use. Sorry, tripping. Um, I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do that in a variety of ways, and especially giving updated strategies and tips. I use attraction marketing, I use lead generation, and I use video marketing, which is something that I was really working on hard last night, because I had learned how to do um, reels. I thought I learned how to do reels, and then there have been a few changes, but still, I it just took me a while, and I didn't want to keep going back to the notes. I wanted to focus and see what I could do. But anyway, I'm here today, and I also just want to let you know if I'm talking a little off or something. I had an accident with my mouth, and um, can't get in to see anybody. This was last week, and I can't get in to see anybody until Friday. So, and that's Friday morning. So, and of course, my throat is getting dry because I don't drink as much, because anything cold or any cold air causes that to hurt. So I beg uh your I can't even get it out. I just want to let you know what was going on, and just we're going to move on with this, and then go from there. So now, when you're talking about, I don't really see anything in the chat, and I know that there are some delays, so I'm going to go on with what I found out. And I found out at a younger age. I might have been in my 20s. I think I can't remember if I was a nurse yet. I think I was an emergency medical technician initially. And then went to or I was in between nursing school, and I just wondered what the people that were around me that I liked to talk to and joke with at work, what they thought about me. Sorry, I got stuff dinging. And I have my do not disturb on, so I don't get it. Ever since they changed it, it's been crazy, but it's okay. So it's one of those things that if you don't think about it, if you don't, you know, do something for yourself in the morning before you get up and get going, you might just have maybe a not so good day. You might have a great day, but you can set your day off on the right foot. You can take control and do something that's a help for you, something that will lift you up, something that will stick with you through the day. For me, I pray, I do affirmations. I know I have a few self limiting beliefs. I'm, working on those by using those self affirmations and prayer, and I should hopefully be able to hopefully get back to my little bike that I was using initially, or I may have to buy another one. I'll just have to check it out and see, but I'm not sure if my leg is ready enough for that. But anyway, I keep having squirrel moments, so sorry. But anyway, so for me, I decided, after being self-aware at a very young age, like in my 20s, that I wanted to know what people thought about me, that I cared about, and what I might do to change, to be better, to be my best self at that time. I remember this what is it? Quote that, and I may not say it exactly right, but it's do the best that you can until you know better. And when you know better, then you do better. And I truly believe that. And as I was growing into womanhood in my 20s and trying to learn everything, and I wasn't around home, I didn't have family around where I was, and so it took a little bit, but after I found that out, I started becoming more self-aware. What people thought, what people say, some of it you can't let it get to you. Some people are just mad or irritated with you for whatever reason. But for the most part, I paid attention to those people that I trusted and cared for, and I knew that they trust and care for me. So in that made me happy, made me a better person, and eventually I did go to nursing school, and I had such encouragement from them. It was like I was, one of their, I think, trying to think, most of the ladies were older than me, not by a whole lot, but they were older than me. They had experience. They talked to me. They helped me. They did different things to make things better for me. So I'm wondering if you have someone in your life, that would lift you up, would push you to do better, would see that there's something that you have and not be concerned about themselves and you not being around, but caring about you and wanting you to go off and do what it is that you can do because they see something in you. A lot of people are closed to that. And if it's you, if it's me, and we're not self aware, then we really don't know what's going on. We're just kind of out there. I took actions that helped me. I went to church. I read my Bible. And then I found these two excellent books, uh, other than the Bible that I was reading at the time. um, called Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and the other one was The Power of Positive Thinking. Those two books helped me to straighten myself up and out and be a person that was respected, not try to find somebody else's way to handle something. It helped me to be more aware of myself. So when you have self-awareness, then you can make certain, you know, statements. You can have certain thoughts. You can do a lot of different things, but you're self-aware. So if something is negative and it's trying to push you into something that you don't want to go to, then you're like, no, I'm not going there. You can cancel that, whatever. Um, I have three tips that helped me and has helped me even more so as I'm building my business online. Like you guys, I'm out there in the trenches building. And it's just that I don't think a lot of people are self aware. And I think that we also are not aware that we have thoughts, and our thoughts are some of them may be bad, some of them may be good, some of them may be mediocre. Either way, think about what okay, your thoughts are there. What's going on up there? Are you going to let it go? Is it something good? Are you going to let it play out? It's something that might be bad. You have to make that decision because this is something that I've learned over the past maybe 3 years. And that is that we all have thoughts, good and bad. We're not perfect people, perfect beings, we're not. And some people may think they are, but, in my experience, and I've been here 67 years, we do things and then we're like, why did I do that? Or we say things like, why did I say that? Because if you had observed, quiet, check it out, see what's going on before you speak, then it would be better. And so I want to go from there to say thoughts become words. And I'm sure you probably heard this before, but hear me in the respects to your business, your family, if you have a family, your life in general. Um, if those thoughts, say you're having bad thoughts, and if you have a dog, you go out the door and you kick the dog, and the dog hasn't done anything to you, and then maybe the dog will go and chase a cat or something, whatever. Um, we have control over those thoughts. I kind of wish I had an etch a sketch so I could just shake my head and get rid of it. But I just refuse to let that thought come through. Sometimes they still do. I'm not perfect. None of us are. But that's the other thing you need to be aware of. So the thought came through, you didn't do anything, like any morning routine for yourself. So you're getting up and for some people they would say on the wrong side of the bed, and then your, thoughts are, kind of like, "Nah," and then your words are start, you get in the car and you're like, oh, hurry up, somebody's coming down the lane maybe, and you're wanting to get out there, but it's too close to call, and you're like, I wish you'd hurry up, whatever. I mean, and this is me as well. I've done these things, and I have to really, look at myself sometimes and say, who are you that you are so important and so in a hurry that people need to get out of your way? You're not going to the ER. Your kids are, doing well. They're doing good. I mean, So what reason do you have to be cross with somebody who's driving slower than you? Because if they are, you might then, if you would look at your speedometer, you might be speeding, you know? So, um, thoughts become words, and then those words become things. And to prevent things from being bad to worse to, you know, whatever else that could cause an issue, it's so important to be able to be self aware, to be able to cut things off before they even start. And a lot of times, one of the main things, and this is something someone told me, and I probably have read it as well, but it takes courage to do, what we do, to live the life that we live, to go through the stuff that we go through. It takes courage to deal with fear, of doing something that you're not sure about, and you have to push through. Um, Sometimes you may not make it, and that's okay. You don't beat yourself up about it. Maybe have a talk with yourself, talk with a friend, somebody that you know is for you. Talk to somebody that's going, or, I have conversations with myself, especially when I know that I'm off track, and I'll say, okay, come on. We need to get back on track. We need to do it. We got this much left on the timer. I use a egg timer when I'm doing my um, different tasks, my DMO, my readings, and that kind of thing. It just helps to. It's like a tick, 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 and then ping. And the ping sometimes will scare me, but anyway. So it's important to me to be aware, think before I speak, and if those thoughts don't need to come out, then I need to squash them. If I have to say cancel, 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 if I have to say you need to leave here because this is a place of God, and just keep on moving because I'm not dealing with you. Get out of my house because this is a house of the Lord. You know. That's how I deal with it. And everybody's not like me, so you have to find what's going to work for you. You are in control of who? Who can you be in control of? Can you control other cars that are going too slow or going too fast? Can you control, um, you know, a child that's having difficulty, or let's say a challenge, settling down? We have to learn, and hopefully early, that we don't control everything, and that we cannot, just by the sheerness of our will, cause things to happen when it comes to trying to get your kid to act right, or I have left the store, with my kid, your business, you have two team members that don't get along, and there's always some type of you know, uh, fussing or what have you going on, and if you as maybe you're the team leader, maybe you could have a talk with them and tell them, if they have, something that's a disagreement, is it about work? Is there something I can do to help you? Whatever, but you are in control of you and you alone. All you can do is try to start your day out the way it should be started. And gratitude is one of those things that, starting your day out with that, it's kind of hard to be, with those thoughts that would try to pop in your head. it's kind of hard for them to be sitting up in there like, oh yeah, yeah, I got this today. I got her today. I got him today. Yeah, he's not gonna make it through the day without having a really tough time. Whatever. But basically, that's all I had to say for today. And it seems like I just still continue to talk a long time, but I'm not gonna give myself any trouble. It's been a little bit tough with the mouth injury and what have you. But I'm here and I'm glad that you are here today. And I really appreciate your coming. If you have questions about anything that I've talked about today and you want to get in touch with me, you can definitely, excuse me, you can definitely get me in Messenger and we can have a conversation, about, what I'm talking about. Maybe it's something that you hadn't thought about. It took me a while, I guess, because of the situation that I was in. But I think when I started younger in my 20s, figuring out things, who do I want to be around and that kind of stuff. So that kind of helped me. So basically, that is it for today. Tomorrow, we'll talk about something different. Unless I find later, because I know a lot of people will put posts in, whether they're here live or whether they're catching it on the replay. They'll put in there, hey, how you doing? I really did appreciate what you had to say today. It did help me, or whatever. So I do go back and check the comments for later. So uh, that's it. So take care and talk soon, which is tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But have a good think about this topic. Um, Being self aware and what you can do to start your day off on an even keel, on a good a good send off, and gratitude affirmations, and whatever it is that makes you stronger and able to just say, okay, let's go get them. You got to keep going. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.